And welcome back to the Anime Den. And this time around we're continuing with the Final Fantasy Trading Arts figures. This time around it's of course number 4 Tifa Lockhart, and these are made by Square Enix under their Kai Mini range. And just like all the figures in this range, first you get this nice big windowed box. So we see Tifa Lockhart's just sitting there. We have 3 alternate expression faces, because this version of Tifa that you can just sort of see the light's not the best in here is of course the traditional Final Fantasy VII style one, and there's of course a Crisis Core style Tifa body to go with. As an added bonus they throw in Red 13. So of course the box itself has all the important stuff, up here, not suitable for children under 3, ages 13 and up. Because we have the nice little Square Enix logo, or the new Play Arts logo there. When we go to the side, we get this nice silhouette of Tifa, and of course again the Play Arts logo there. On the back, of course, we get some images of alternate faces, of course company information, advertising, cautions, websites, all the good stuff. And of course over here we have the table of contents and other figures in the range. Of course, this being Titus and Lightning. On the side, of course, we have a picture, if we can get that to focus. Focus! Of course, the actual Tifa figure. The top is pretty much the same. I mean, these boxes are the sort of thing you're going to just keep your parts in. Again, just has the Play Arts logo on it, as of course again don't feed it to your kids under the age of 3, preferably not under the age of 13, and again has the image of the figures. But of course that's not what we buy these things for. We buy them to see what's inside them. So let's get the old trusty knife out and pull it out. These boxes are actually very difficult to get into. And you actually really need to pull the whole red slip, so the backing and all out, because they do a rather horrible thing with these, and I'm not very impressed with it, but we'll live with it, because these of course are like an Android. So there we go, we've got it out now. So it's in this nice little sort of flimsy plastic storage case, and we'll get them out and have a quick look. Pop out. There we go. So of course we start off with Red 13. It's actually quite cool. I'll try and get him a bit better off. I might even just zoom in on him. Go for the zooms today. I'm playing with the zoom function a lot today. But it makes it work because you can see the figure. These are very small figures. I mean, he's barely 2 inches tall, so he's quite small, but very well detailed for such a small figure. And all things aside, he's actually very well detailed for such a small figure. When you put it up against my thumb, he's not very tall at all. So of course that's obviously Red 13. Now we have Tifa. And unlike Cloud, Tifa actually stands on her own, which is very good, because I wasn't very happy with the fact that Cloud couldn't stand on his own. It was annoying. That's cool. So we could all just stand there and look at Tifa for a few minutes while I get her other body out. And the extra faces. You might start panning back a bit. Pan back. And like in the Cloud, we get 2 faces with expressions and a blank face, which is still very odd. I don't know why they do that for, but they do it. nevertheless. And the paintwork on this is actually really well. I mean, it is a very nice little, I'll get it on camera. On camera. What am I doing tonight? It's actually quite nice. The paintwork's actually very good on these. Oh, put it back on camera again. Very nice indeed. And the actual plug-in point for her stand is in the back of her head, or hair, I should say. And of course, again, you get the nice little single-sided piece of paper on how to basically do it all. She doesn't come with as many accessories as a Cloud Snatch figure did, which was the last one we reviewed. But again, they've put, they've put the sprue on the paper again, on the backing card. But last time with the Cloud one, the glue was actually pretty crap, so I'm hoping the glue will be crap on this one as well. So we'll go back to staring at Tifa and all her bits for a little bit, while I try and abuse this sprue kit off the base. Well, the glue was better on this one. I'm doing this off camera so you don't see me cutting my hands. And we now have, of course, the sprue kit, or the sprue, which of course has 3 or 2 speech bubbles, get the right way up, a menu, the base, obviously the bits for the back, and a couple of bits for the actual putting the speech bubbles and that on. And these are actually very loosely held in. I mean, that was just a quick flick of the hands and that came out. The only bits that seem to be very well held in are the actual speech plaques and the menu plaque. And to make a Lyomi, this time around, one of these is going to fight to come off. Well, we got it off. And yes, I know I should be cutting these with a set of side cutters, and I should have some sandpaper to take the slag off. I'm being lazy. But that's alright, that's alright. Lazy is my middle name, I'm a male. Laziness is what we do. And yes, it's a Saturday night in this town, so there is hoons galore outside if you can hear them belting around. Okay, so there's all the bits. So I probably don't even need these back stands because Tifa does stand quite well, so we don't even have to worry about those. So we take something like the menu, if we wish, and we would probably just plug it onto a plaque, bang it on, so you get something like that, and literally Tifa with this stand there like that. It's just that simple. And of course, if you want to swap, and that's with all of them, you can obviously swap it for if you want to, you could swap it, do it that way, and have her, oh, that's a bit tall, way too tall. Oh, if I read things before I put them together, it would make more sense. So you can have Tifa talking, because that's all the fun stuff. That's just the dress up. And of course, if you want to change Tifa's face, because obviously this is very much like an android, you have to take her head apart. Now on the Cloud, and I'm expecting this is going to be much the same at the moment, I went to do the Cloud one. This was all very, very stiff. I'll try and take her head off first. Ooh, she's got posability. I didn't do that on the Cloud, but she has got waist posability. The arms are posable. Not very posable though. And the head is supposed to just pop off, but it's not going to, so I'll be back in 2 seconds. Oh my god, we have a headless Tifa. So because that was obviously Tifa's face. That's of course her head, which is a bit interesting that they've built the earring into the back of the hair. And of course that's the front of the hair with a nice big lug. Very stiff to take off the first time around. I would dare say give it a few changeovers and it'll probably come up trumps. So just going to grab a new face and just bang it in there. The other thing I found I had to do this time around was actually take the hair off before I took the body off, which was a bit interesting, but again I'm expecting that will change. This is going to be stiff as it can be. So come back on camera. So for Tifa it looks like this will be the way to go. Of course put the head on first. There we go. Oh god, she looks ugly. There's probably lots of inappropriate jokes to make there, but we won't. And then because we have Tifa in her crisis core look. One of the really odd things or disappointing things is that of course most of these characters seem to always be looking down. It just seems to be the way it is. It's a bit of a disappointment, but that's of course Tifa in her crisis core clothes. And again, very nice, very well put together, and very colourful. Probably, there we go. Yes, and she will stand quite nicely on a stand without a backing. At least unlike Cloud, she will stand on her own. That was a big disappointment with Cloud, is that he needed something to make him stand, where of course at least Tifa doesn't. So that is of course the Tifa Lockhart Play Arts Mini Trading Arts figure, with of course, shouldn't forget, Red 13. So thank you very much for watching and we'll see you next time.